Anime has a lot of tropes. Tropes that we in the West might consider to be just a little bit sus. Perhaps none more so than the obsession with sibling incest. Relatives who spend time both Netflix and chilling is a bridge too far for most Americans who live outside of Alabama. I've come across this trope in part on many occasions due to my love of the romance genre of anime. A genre which has some kind of blood-related relationship in basically every show. Luckily, despite this trope being so present in most of the shows I watch, I've never encountered it in full force. I don't gravitate towards degenerate love stories. All the rom-coms I watch are 100% approved by my youth pastor, and as such, none of them have ever gone full southern trash. The romances I watch usually do have an adorable little sister character, but in these shows, the sister would always fall under some sort of best friend archetype, rather than a girlfriend of questionable legality archetype. So I was spared from ever seeing anything from Sibling Pound Town, and I was happy with that. I was fine not knowing why Japanese animators liked drawing family members who love each other just a little too much. I always thought it was something I just wouldn't understand. It was a culture clash, and that was okay. But then, on a whim, I decided to branch out a little, try some new things. And I ended up watching the anime, Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. And, well...
They're probably just step-siblings, so it's not that big a deal if they shack up.
You take that back! That's only hot if they came from the same womb!
Oh my god. I get it.
Alya is a solid rom-com. It probably wouldn't even be considered particularly degenerate by most people, though it is certainly a bit risque. There's lots of good characters, good animation, and serviceable plot elements present here. Alya even made me full-on laugh out loud on occasion, which is something that almost never happens when I watch anime. I can probably count the number of shows I think are actually funny on one hand. Alya didn't have a lot of jokes that made me laugh, but there were some genuinely great lines.
What did my bro say? He entrusted me with a message intended for the master, claiming if he has something to say, he should say it straight to his face.
Wow, sounds like he's throwing down.
Yes. It was such a masculine claim. I was worried my ovaries would explode.
And interestingly, the scenes that got the biggest reactions out of me almost always involved Yuki, the little sister character of this anime. The more I watched her antics and interactions with other characters, the more I realized, holy shit, Yuki is best girl, even though she definitely shouldn't be, because she's the blood-related sister of the main character, Masachika. Am I a fucked up individual for thinking this way? Do I condone incestuous relationships now? Should I have spent more time in my cool liberal church? Well, as easy as it would be to say yes to these questions, I think the truth of what's going on here is actually a bit more complicated. The reason that Yuki is best girl isn't because she's Masachika's sister. The reason Yuki is best girl is simply because she's best girl. She has the most interesting characterization of all the characters in the show. And she is by far the most entertaining person to watch, no doubt. How do I explain this? Okay, Yuki is what would happen if you turned Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde into a honey pop character. She presents herself as a perfectly prim and proper schoolgirl to most of the world, But hidden underneath her mild manners is a certified train wreck of a personality. And I love every inch of it.
Now please get off me!
I'm sorry, what was that I heard? Did you just tell your sister to help you get off?
Actually, Yuki's secret duality of man is a major reason why I like her so much. The first handful of times we're introduced to her, she's displaying her goody two-shoes public persona, with no indication there's anything deeper to her.
I would say we're more like associates than friends, right now. I'd like to be friends, though. Assuming that Elisa isn't sick of me after all our school meetings.
Moreover, part of her lie includes pretending to be childhood friends with Masachika instead of siblings. So as far as we're concerned at the start of the show, Yuki's just a basic, boring character who only exists to cause friction in the main relationship. It's not until halfway through the second episode that her true nature hits us like a wrecking ball.
Why shouldn't that include your little sister? We're childhood friends, otaku buddies, and siblings, and all of those things can be true at the same time! After Yuki's reveal as not only a degenerate weeb, but also the main character's blood-related sister, she immediately becomes a significantly more dynamic person. This plot twist just makes her a more interesting character than Alya could ever hope to be. In fact, I'd even reckon there's a non-zero chance that Yuki is clinically insane. And even so, I'd still be happy to sign my life away to her. This isn't even a case of, I can fix her. Bro, I don't want to fix her. She's already perfect. And you can't improve upon perfection. Whoa, that's an awfully high horse you're on there, buddy. I hope you're ready to back yourself up, bro. Cause I saw the way you were eyeballing the gifts our mama gave to me,
Obviously, I know that dating someone like this in real life would be a terrible idea. But in this work of fiction, this is the kind of character I want to see more of. I love every second she's on screen. She's a fucking freak, and I can't help but stare. So, I guess that's it then. I only like this character as a romantic partner for Masachika because she's fun to watch. Well, that seems like a perfectly innocent enough answer. And if that's the case, I guess I don't actually like the incest angle at all. And I'm just happy to see entertaining characters doing entertaining things. If only it were that simple. Because, unfortunately, the fact that Masachika and Yuki are siblings is incredibly important to how much I like seeing them together. I know that sentence is grounds to get me put on a government watch list, or worse, cancelled on Twitter, but just let me explain my reasoning. Remember, like, 2 paragraphs ago, when I said that Yuki presents herself a certain way while in the public eye? It's a mask she wears to hide the degenerate goblin residing inside of her soul. She doesn't present her true self to anyone. Anyone except for the people closest to her. People like her brother. And in turn, Masachika never tries to expose his sister's deep-fried personality. He accepts both the person she truly is and her desire to keep it hidden from the world. Masachika's even okay pretending to be childhood friends instead of siblings. He's perfectly happy to keep up this charade if that's what makes Yuki happy. There's a lot of trust and comfort on display between these two characters. They have a kind of bond that can only be shared by someone you've already spent a lifetime with. They know how each other tick, and they're both eager to make the other happy. They really care for each other's well-being. Their closeness is pure chemistry.
This doesn't mean I want to stop hanging out or chatting with you.
I know. My big brother loves me so much. He would never do me wrong like that.
So now, at the end of the video, I can finally answer the question posed in my thumbnail. Anime incest. Hot or not? I've just spent several very well thought out minutes explaining why this fucked up relationship works so well for me. So naturally, I'm on board with it. And yet, my final answer to the question still ends up being no. Anime incest is not hot. Something you might not have considered while I was going deep down on Yuki and Masachika's character dynamics is that those dynamics are not exclusive to siblings. You can achieve the same relationship with actual childhood friends who grew up together, or with older adults that have known each other since junior high, for example. The incest, in and of itself, is actually pretty repulsive. What's hot are entertainingly charismatic characters. What's hot is watching people with chemistry bounce off of and tease each other. What's hot is watching two people be happy when they're in each other's company. And it just so happens that Masachika and Yuki's time together on screen displays these dynamics perfectly. Yuki is not best girl because she's the little sister character. She's best girl in spite of it. But all that is just how I feel after watching a single degenerate anime depicting incest. I am clearly not the authority on this topic, but I bet many of you are. So I would like to hear your thoughts on this particular topic, and possibly some anime recommendations that further back up your viewpoints. So go ahead and leave a comment with your hottest incest takes, and after doing that, you should really subscribe to my very professional YouTube channel. Most of my videos are quite a bit more vanilla than this one, and they're usually focused around video games or sometimes anime. But if you liked this video, then I bet you'll love my Valentine's Day video, where I discuss the most insane cultured anime I've ever seen. So try watching that video after this one. With all of that said, thank you so much for simply watching to the end of this video. That really means a lot to me. Please remember to stay positive and have a wonderful day, everyone.